Hello, and welcome to the English Story Podcast. I am Hope.
And I am Mark. We're really glad you're here.
Wherever you're listening from right now, maybe you're walking, maybe you're sitting quietly, maybe you just needed a small break. Thank you for pressing play.
Before we begin, let's say one important thing clearly.
You don't need to feel confident.
You don't need to feel motivated.
You don't even need to feel ready.
If you understand English, but when it's time to speak, your mind suddenly goes blank.
If your heart starts beating fast and your words disappear,
If you've ever thought, I know this, but I can't say it, this episode is for you.
many people think fear means they are bad at English.
But fear doesn't mean that.
Fear means something feels risky.
Fear means you care.
And if you've ever asked yourself, what's wrong with me?
We want you to hear this gently and clearly, and
There is nothing wrong with you.
you're not broken,
You're not slow.
you're not failing.
Speaking a new language can feel scary, even when you know the words.
And today we're going to talk about why that fear happens. Calmly, slowly, and without pressure.
This is not about pushing yourself.
It's not about perfect grammar.
It's about understanding what's really happening inside you.
Take a small breath.
You're safe here.
Let's begin.
If you feel afraid to speak English, you are not unusual.
In fact, you are very normal.
This kind of fear is one of the most common experiences for language learners all over the world. People of all ages feel it.
Students, professionals, parents, very intelligent people. Many of them feel the same fear you feel.
The hard part is that this fear is quiet. People don't always talk about it.
So you might look around and think, everyone else can speak, why can't I?
But the truth is, many people are just hiding it.
They feel nervous too. They just don't say it out loud.
Fear does not mean you are bad at English.
Fear does not mean you didn't study enough. Fear does not mean you're failing.
Very often, fear simply means you care about doing well.
You care about being understood. You care about how you sound.
And when we care deeply, we become more sensitive.
Some learners tell themselves, I should be better by now.
Others think, I'm too old to learn, or my brain is slow.
These thoughts can feel very heavy.
But learning a language is not a straight line. It's not fast, and it's not clean.
There are days when things feel easy, and there are days when everything feels blocked.
That doesn't mean you're going backward. It means you're human.
So if speaking English makes your body tense, or your mind quiet, or your chest feel tight, pause for a moment.
Nothing is wrong with you. You don't need to fight this feeling right now. You don't need to fix it immediately.
First, we just notice it, gently, without judgment.
And from this calm place, real change can begin.
There's a moment many language learners remember very clearly, a moment when everything suddenly stopped.
Maybe someone asked you a simple question. Where are you from? What do you do? How was your weekend?
You understood the question, you knew the words, but when it was time to answer, nothing came out.
Your mind went quiet. Your body felt tight. Your heart started beating faster.
In that moment, time feels strange.
It feels long and very short at the same time. You might smile. You might laugh nervously.
You might say, sorry, even though you didn't do anything wrong. And later, when you're alone, that moment comes back to you.
You replay it in your head. You think about what you could have said. You think, why didn't I say that? You think, I sound stupid or I embarrassed myself.
And sometimes you make a quiet decision inside.
Next time, I'll stay quiet. Next time, I won't try. Many learners carry these small moments for a long time.
Not because the moment was big, but because the feeling was strong.
There is often a voice inside that appears after moments like this, a critical voice. It says things like, "You're not good at languages. You should stop trying. Other people are better than you."
That voice sounds confident, but it is not telling the truth. It is trying to protect you from feeling uncomfortable again. Silence feels safer than speaking.
Not because silence is better, but because silence feels less risky. If you recognize yourself in this story, pause for a moment. You're not weak for feeling this way. You're not alone.
This experience doesn't mean you can't speak English. It means you had a human moment in a vulnerable situation.
And understanding that changes everything. So, what is really happening in these moments?
It's easy to think the problem is English, vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation.
But very often, English is not the real problem. What's really happening is something inside your body and mind. Your brain has one very important job: to keep you safe.
When you speak your native language, your brain feels relaxed. You know the rules. You know how people react. You feel familiar.
But when you speak a new language, your brain feels unsure. It doesn't know what will happen next. It doesn't know how people will react to your mistakes. So it sends a signal.
This signal feels like fear, tight chest, fast heart, blank mind.
This is not because you are weak. It's because your brain thinks you are in danger. Not physical danger, but social danger.
Humans are social beings. Being judged, laughed at, or misunderstood feels risky to the brain, so the brain chooses what feels safest. Silence.
Silence feels like protection. Silence feels like control.
And once your brain learns that silence avoids discomfort, it remembers it.
Next time you want to speak, the alarm turns on faster. This is why you might speak well when you're alone, but freeze when someone is listening.
This is why you might understand everything, but suddenly forget simple words. Your English didn't disappear. Your brain just pressed pause.
And here is something very important. This reaction does not mean you should stop speaking. It means your brain needs reassurance. It needs to learn that speaking English is not dangerous.
That mistakes are not attacks, that pauses are allowed. Confidence is not something you wait for. Confidence grows when your brain slowly learns, I spoke and nothing bad happened.
That learning happens gently, with small moments, with safety. When you understand this, fear stops feeling like an enemy.
It becomes a signal that says this matters to you, and that changes how you respond to it.
When speaking feels scary, the mind often looks for simple explanations.
And over time, many learners start to believe things that are not really true.
One very common belief is this: I need more vocabulary. It sounds logical.
If you don't speak, it must be because you don't know enough words. But think about this for a moment. You probably know many words already.
You can understand videos, podcasts, messages.
You can read and follow conversations.
The problem is not that the words are missing.
The problem is that fear blocks access to them.
Another common belief is, my grammar is not good enough.
This belief can create a lot of pressure. People wait. They think, I'll speak later when my grammar is better.
But communication does not require perfect grammar. People understand meaning, not perfection.
Many native speakers make grammar mistakes every day, and they still speak freely. Fear stops communication much more than grammar ever does.
And then there is a very heavy belief. I must sound like a native speaker.
This belief quietly tells you that your voice is not good enough yet, that your accent is a problem, that you should hide until you sound better.
But sounding like a native speaker is not the goal of communication. Being understood is. Your accent is not a mistake.
It is proof that you learned something difficult.
When these beliefs stay in your mind, they push confidence further away.
They make speaking feel like a test you're always failing.
But when you gently question these beliefs, something softens.
You begin to see that speaking is not a performance, it's a connection.
And connections do not need perfection. They need presence.
Now that we understand what's really happening, let's talk about what can change. Not everything, not all at once.
Just one important shift. The goal is not to speak perfectly. The goal is to stay present while you speak.
Many learners wait for a future moment. When I feel confident, when my English is better, when I stop being afraid. But confidence does not come first.
Confidence comes after small experiences of speaking. So instead of asking, "How can I speak without fear?" try asking, "How can I speak with a little fear?" This is a big change.
It means allowing your voice to shake, allowing pauses, allowing simple sentences.
It means giving yourself permission to stop after one sentence. You don't have to explain everything. You don't have to be impressive. One sentence is enough.
When you do this, something important happens inside your brain. You speak, and nothing bad happens.
That small moment teaches your brain something new. It learns that speaking is not dangerous.
Over time, these small moments add up, not through force, not through pressure, through kindness.
So, if you take anything from this episode, let it be this. You don't need to be brave in a big way.
You just need to be gently willing, and that's already enough to move forward.
Now, let's try something together. You don't have to speak out loud if you don't want to.
You can listen first, or you can whisper.
Or you can say the words quietly in your mind. There is no right way. We'll use very simple sentences. And we'll go slowly.
Pause the audio if you need more time. Take a small breath. I'm learning English.
Pause.
It's okay for me to speak slowly.
Pause.
I don't need perfect words.
Pause.
I can say one sentence.
Pause.
If you said even one of these, quietly or out loud, that matters.
That is practice. That is progress.
Before we finish, take a moment to notice how you feel right now. Not better, not perfect, just notice.
If this episode helped you feel a little calmer, a little more understood, that matters.
Change often begins quietly.
Fear does not mean you are failing,
It means something matters to you.
and caring is not a weakness.
Speaking a new language is not about proving yourself.
It's about allowing yourself to be seen, one small step at a time.
You don't need to rush.
You don't need to compare yourself to anyone else.
Your pace is allowed.
This is a place where you can learn without pressure, practice without shame.
And grow without forcing yourself.
If you want to continue this journey with us, you're very welcome here.
You can subscribe and come back whenever you need a calm place to practice and reflect.
Thank you for spending this time with us.
Be kind to yourself today,
You're learning.
and that is enough.